Hi guys. Based on the voting in the Facebook group, I'm going to introduce you to 4 of the characters from the Xarrok Legacy series. I'm really excited to be able to have this opportunity. I guess I'm excited about a lot of things with this book. I guess we should get right into it. We're going to focus first on the House of J. This is the ruling family in a very diverse empire. In this diversity, there are few things held back. Among those things, due to the prior event influence, the Tellurians do not have twins, especially psionic twins. A twin is developed, or a twin develops in the womb. Often they are recombined into a singular infant. Their DNA is rewritten and they become one baby. This has been a tradition since Calaneutral's days. So this is now 10 generations later. And right at the very beginning, you get to meet an Aslan and Ariana. They're both of the House of J, and they are the first Tellurian twins born as twins on Xarrok since Calanutral. There's an innate fear that psionic twins could become too powerful and dominate instead of rule as was previously set out for them, which is a peaceful coexistence with their people instead of a domineering kind of style of rule. This has led this family to make some pretty significant sacrifices and changes in order to allow the girls to both exist and thrive without being under scrutiny. So they are separated at a very young age. And Ariana is raised in the house of Sar, along with their eldest son. They're about the same age. And they have 2 other daughters. And then the house of J consists of an Aslan and Kaken. Kaken being the younger brother to the twins. This change for them has been quite a sacrifice. By the time you meet them, Ariana and Aslan are aware that things have to change, that it's time for Ariana to start moving toward her rightful place. And that meant finally being in the public eye and dealing with all the repercussions that would come from being a pair of Tellurian twins in an environment designed and very hostile toward them. Both of them have been preparing for years. They're aware of each other. They have remained aware of each other, even in the separation. There was no misguided information on that. But they are also both apprehensive about the changes that are about to come. They have reached 20 years old. They have endured a war. They have lost their parents. And they have remained separated for the purpose of peace for most of their lives. Aslan is a peacemaker. She absolutely believes in the goodness of the people, even those they went to war with. She believes that everybody deserves an opportunity to grow and thrive, and she has helped use her influence with the government that has been ruling in place of the twins, or in place of the House of J, because they didn't have an oldest member of the House of J who was old enough to rule when their parents died. So they have continued to rule in their place or with the tribunal. And it's not they, it's entirely an Aslan who has had to be the positive influence, the peaceful guide from the time she was about 15 years old. She's relieved to look forward to having some space to make other decisions. Ariana, on the other hand, she's been prepared to rule. She did fight in the war, though, and that, as any could tell you, changed her. She learned some lessons that she wasn't prepared to learn, but she learned them, and she applies them diligently to her dedication to her people. And one of my beta readers got back to me and had a great description of the twins based on her understanding of the two young women. She says that Anaslan is much more of a dreamer, while Ariana is down to earth. And Aslan wants everything to fall into place, but Ariana knows you have to get your hands dirty sometimes to make that happen. Now, that's a pretty accurate description of the girls. They are brilliant and capable at whatever they do, but they both have a very determined direction about how they're going to do it. And it's sometimes at odds. But Ariana is the consummate ruler. She understands that sometimes you fold your decisions for the benefit of your people, and sometimes you don't. Now, Kaken, who I mentioned, is their little brother. When you meet him in the story, he's about 15, 16 years old. He had been separated from Ariana so long he didn't even know about her. He always thought it was just him and an Aslan, which was quite a shock for him when the time came. And that turned into quite a discussion there. And then you'll get to learn more about his unique role in their government throughout the series. It won't just be visible in this book, but it'll become abundantly clear in time. Now, the other character I wanted to mention to you is Xarrok. Rai is a unique character. He's a close friend to Ariana, as they were raised together. They got into trouble together like any kids do, but they also went to war together. And they endured a singular experience that changed them both, made them both more dedicated to training. And in Rai's case, he started to become more reserved, focused on continuing to improve his skills, both psionically and otherwise. And he has continued to put himself at a standard well above anything he would expect of anybody else. And as far as he's concerned, he hasn't reached that standard yet, but he's going to. And there's no one who will ever question that. When the book opens, the war has ended, and they are moving toward finally getting rid of the tribunal that has been ruling the planet in place of the founding families. And it's going to require both Anasla and Ariana to make that happen in a way that is amicable and positive, in a way that allows the founding families to accept the transition of their position as rulership, while not separating the accomplishments of the tribunal in a manner that may create a further rift. Just having twins that were not previously disclosed taking over the kingdom is already going to create its own issues. And Rai is the steady, supportive friend through it all, with some discussions that come up as necessary. And those are the 4 characters I want to introduce you to. Oh, I suppose physical descriptions might be helpful. The twins are both petite and curvy, with long curly red hair. So figure someone who's, maybe 5'1" and healthy. And the curly red hair goes all the way down to their bottoms when it's let loose. It's typically not loose. They both have green eyes, but it's not uncommon for Ariana to wear a different color contact or coloring. They don't really use contacts the way we do today. They actually just change their eye color. And Ariana has found, now that she's no longer having to conceal herself, that she likes that kind of thing. You often find that an Aslan is in purple and Ariana is in red. That may change for story's sake, but for the most part, this is their consistency. Rai is your professional. He is tall. Wouldn't call him lanky, but he's not exactly large. Toned, I suppose. Dark-haired. Doesn't smile much. Not without good reason, anyway. Yeah. So, he's a little bit more fair-skinned than the twins are. And Kaken is also darker complected. Kind of a nice, the twins are kind of a nice golden color. Like when you go out and looking for that tan, or just not as quite my own color, a little darker than me. I like the variety in the characters. It keeps it fun. And I'm looking forward to introduce you to some more. Before this gets too long, I'm going to tie it up. If you enjoyed it, I hope you would like the video. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments. Have a great day. And hopefully I'll see you in the Facebook group.